the best thing about reviewing old games are the hidden gems that you find. You know, the games you didn't even know existed. The games that, when you see them, you don't even expect much because you don't even know what they are. Like, at first glance, I thought this was one of those 7-Up games. This is way better than those 7-Up games. It's Kwirk for the original Game Boy. And this game's kind of awesome. So Kwirk is both a hidden gem and the name of our hero. This is Kwirk. And Kwirk is not a mascot for Soda Pop, as you might expect to look at him. He's a tomato. And as you can tell from the sneakers and mohawk, he's also a product of the early 90s, because in the early 90s, all of our tomatoes wore sneakers and had mohawks. Anyway, so a walking tomato. Video games are weird, only it gets even weirder, because Kwirk's tomato gal pal has completely vanished, and now he has to find her. The fact that her name's not Cherry is the game's only major misstep. Anyway, you have to find Tammy. Seriously, how is she not Cherry? By solving puzzles, which, to be honest, seems like an overly optimistic approach, Kwirk. Might want to check the Heinz factory, pal. So the game's split into 2 modes, but the gameplay's basically the same across both of them. You control Kwirk, and occasionally his vegetable buddies, as you solve puzzles and make your way to the exit. That's the objective, just get to the exit. It's like there's a fire. And you get to the exit, not by pushing women and children out of the way, but by pushing blocks. You might have to make bridges over gaps by pushing the blocks into them, or spin through rotating blocks to get through tight spaces. Or like I said, sometimes you have to get your veggie pals to the exit too. Even though tomatoes are a fruit. That's the game's only major misstep. Anyway, the game's pretty self-explanatory, so there's not really a whole lot to describe here, but it's an awesome puzzle game. Every room is its own little self-contained puzzle, which makes it perfect for portable play. In fact, I really only had like 2 criticisms playing this thing. One, the controls are almost too delicate, and it's easy to push blocks too far. But that could also partially be due to the GameCube controller, which has pretty much the worst D-pad ever. Fortunately, there is an undo button, so you can always go back a step. 2, it does get pretty repetitive, so it's a game best played in short bursts. Although again, I mean, as a portable game, it's not that big of a deal. It's not like this game was meant for marathon play sessions. It's a handheld game. But still, it'd be nice if things were shaken up once in a while. And if not in terms of the gameplay, definitely the presentation, because the game's got a very boring style. As for those 2 game modes, though, the first one's pretty basic. It's just your average puzzle mode. It's called Going Up, and it's one puzzle after another. Just get to the exit to solve them. But the other mode's a bit different. This one's called Heading Out. This one has the same puzzle-solving gameplay, but in this case, you're on a timer. And the objective here is to solve the puzzle as fast as you can. And then do that, and then you go straight to the next puzzle. Because in this mode, all the puzzles are all connected. It's one long puzzle that works together as one puzzle. It's like a puzzle centipede, which actually is an awesome idea for a game. There, that's a freebie, gaming industry. You're welcome. But you know, like I said, this is kind of a weird game to review, though, because it's really good. I enjoyed the hell out of it, but there's not a whole lot to say about it. I mean, you can just looking at it, you pretty much see what it is. It is what it is. And plus, I don't want to keep showing you solutions here, so look, let's just keep this short. The game's really cool. It's a hidden gem on the Game Boy. Grab it if you find it. I mean, it could look better. Controls can be a bit touchy. She should be named Cherry, because she's a slice. But then she'd sound like a stripper tomato. And oh, can't have that! Someone would write a letter. Kwirk doesn't care about your stupid letters. Look at him. He just gave Tammy his seed. His tomato seed. He's Kwirk for the Game Boy. Thanks to our good friend Corey from Nashville, Tennessee for sending this to the show. Wonder what kind of tomato Tammy is. Probably a hybrid. Better Bush?